Hello everyone, I'm going to be bringing you back to when I was 8 years old. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to have a lot of electronics, so I was always forced outside to go and play. Luckily for me though, there were a lot of kids my age in the neighborhood. Their names range from Dominic, Gabriel, Brandon, and Ryan. In this story, there are only two with me. Their names are Gabriel and Dominic. And my house was the meetup point for our neighborhood. We would always meet at my house and we would play football, tag, freeze tag. It didn't matter. My house was the spot. And we would always transition from the front yard to the backyard. That was our favorite thing to do. The only issue with that is my dad is a paranoid locksmith. Our doors are always locked, especially the side gate that we need to climb. So our geniuses thought it would be a great idea to climb my neighbor's gate instead. We would climb his gate, hop onto the brick wall that would divide our houses, and then hop into my backyard. We thought that was the quickest and fastest way to get into my backyard. So of course, we're in my front yard playing. My friends Gabriel and Dominic are bored. We're like, all right, let's go to the backyard. We walk to the side of my house. We see the gate that my neighbors have. This gate is a black gate. It has a rose decal that protrudes 3 to 4 inches from the front, and at the top there are spikes. And so I'm first in line, and I begin my climb. I bring my left foot up first, I bring my right foot up, and I pull myself up to the peak of this gate. As I'm doing this, my friend Gabriel's so excited, he just has to climb up there with me. And as he puts his weight onto this rose decal, it snaps. And I drop immediately. He gets thrown to the floor, and the spike travels in between me and my shirt, travels all the way up to my collar, and pierces a hole through my collar. I am now hanging from this fence. My friends are thrown to the floor, and they're like, holy shit, this dude's hanging from a fence. And the first person to get up is my friend Gabriel, and he grabs me by the feet, and he throws me off this fence, and my feet hit the ground. I stare them in the eyes, and I'm like, holy shit, that just happened. We're laughing, we're giggling, and then the realization kicks in. I broke my neighbor's gate, and noticeably this sharp pain starts to arise from my throat. I'm like, whoa, this is weird. I've never felt this before. And I look my friend Gabriel in the eye, and I'm like, I need you to look at my throat. And so I start looking up to the sky, and then as I'm doing this, I hear Gabriel go, ooh, and I shock back down, like, what? Your skin is missing. What do you mean? My skin was missing from my throat. The gate had cut my throat, and by him saying this, I now realized my skin was missing, and that pain increased 20 times more. I am now crying, they're crying, I don't know why they're crying. We run inside, and we're in the back room, and the only thing going through my mind is, I cannot let my parents know this happened. Like, I broke my neighbor's gate, and on top of that, I almost killed myself. Like, whoa. And so, they're watching TV, and I can't tell them. And the pain is so unbearable, I'm holding a pillow, and I'm screaming into it at the top of my lungs, and eventually it gets to the point where I can't do it anymore. And I have to confess. I go up to my parents, and I say, I cut myself, and they don't know how. My dad's furious. He grabs me by the shoulder, he runs me into the restroom, and the first thing he does is he grabs a cotton swab and he douses it in hydrogen peroxide and throws it immediately on my neck. Whew, that was a feeling I'm never going to forget. That burning lasted with me for the entire day, and for 2 months following this event, I had a scab that covered my entire neck, and I was not allowed to bend my neck or move it at all for an entire 2 months. And that had to be possibly the worst day / 2 months of my life. Thank you for listening.